As it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and I'm coming to you with another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. So, if you haven't already, please smack the red subscribe button and ding the bell, okay? And pass my videos on to anybody who may enjoy them. All right, guys. So, I wanted to talk to you today about untrustworthy people. Just the other day, someone said, I did a video and I was talking about transparency with your significant other. And the person said to me that basically leaving your personal information, any personal information, your computer, your phone, anything like that, around your significant other was dangerous and naive. That you should keep all of your items protected and padlocked and encrypted, underneath Superman's secret code or something like that. And as I was reading it, I thought to myself, like, I was horrified. I was like, why are you in bed with somebody you think would steal from you? Like, that makes my skin crawl, just the concept of it. And I was like, I would never be in bed with somebody. Somebody would not be my significant other that I thought would steal from me. If I thought my significant other was capable of stealing my identity or stealing my money or my jewelry or they're not gonna be my significant other. I remember one time I was watching Facebook and somebody said, shout out to all those dudes who gotta watch your money and your jewelry when your girl come over because she steals. And I was like, your significant other steals? Like, yo, real rap. If you are engaging in intimacy with someone and you think they would steal from you, or they have stolen from you. I haven't had a lover. I only had one lover that stole something from me. And I was like 19 years old. And I still to this day haven't proven it was that person, but I know it was that person. I know it was that person. He's dead now, but I know it was him. And I was like 19. So I can't believe, I'm 41 years old now. I can't believe that you be laying in bed with somebody, pulling sheets with somebody, being intimate with somebody, potentially get pregnant by somebody you think would steal from you. Ugh. Like, If your significant other is even capable of that, that should not be your significant other. Usually Aquarius go through this kind of like process, we go through this screening process and we screen people, and usually they're friends. They're our friends while they're going through the screening process. So if you get through the screening process and you get to the level of being my significant other, chances are not 100% because I know anybody can flip out. I knew somebody that had a lover and their lover was not a thief and ended up being a thief because of a drug addiction. The drug addiction that wasn't present in the beginning. So I know that kind of thing can happen. But typically for me as an Aquarius, I'm going to interview this person and see if at that moment their character is one where I can trust them. And if we're friends and they steal something, we're not going to be friends no more. We're not going to get to the level of you being my significant other. So that's why I was reading it like, who are you dating? Like, oh my God. So any of you that are out there, if you're dating people that you think would steal from you or who have stolen from you, that's not cute. And I'm going to tell you why. If a person will steal from you, like a person that's having sex with you will steal from you, they don't care about you. They are using you. And that's not good. Like I said, in that one case a friend told me about, she said that it was a guy and he was not a thief. He was a regular guy. He had a job. He went to church. They had a good relationship. He got introduced to heroin. And by the end of the relationship, he started to steal things. And I've seen this with people who are drug addicted. That does happen sometimes. Maybe they okay at first and then they start stealing stuff. But my thing to you is that if your lover starts to steal things from you, that's somebody who should not be your lover because they have no respect for you. They don't mean any right by you. They mean no right by you at all if they would steal from you. Especially like they know your struggles. They know what you're trying to save money for. They know if you have a child. So if they would come into your home and steal your phone and take your identity, or buy things on your credit cards, or go into your computer and clean out your bank account, that's not somebody, if you even think they're capable of that, they shouldn't even be in your house. Much less have access to your cell phone or to your internet or to your Facebook. Oh, no, 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 no. I noticed that some people, when they're dating, they date people, and like I be wondering, like, what is your criteria? Like, what are you looking for? Like that's one of the things I look for in the beginning. Is this person got sticky fingers? You guys know. One of my worst relationship or situationships experiences I told you guys about, with he who goes unnamed. Even he who goes unnamed never stole anything from me other than my peace of mind. He put me through a lot of emotional changes, but he never took anything from me. Like, are you serious? My belongings? No. That is definitely not a kind of person who would be in my bed. If I even have to question for a second if I can leave something around you, then you need not be here, and you're not going to be here. I don't play that game. I don't hide my belongings. If somebody comes to my apartment, first of all, nobody comes to my apartment. It's me, my daughter, my assistant. That's it. Security comes sometimes. If I have a package or something, that's it. But if I invite people to my home, to my space, to my sanctuary, and I'm not sure if they got sticky fingers, like if it's a party or something like that, I'm going to put all those kind of things away. Anything that's capable of being stolen is going to be locked away in my room. But if it's my significant other and I can't leave, my Facebook open, or my password, or my cell phone, or my Twitter, if I can't leave it out and that's my significant other, I would never do that to myself. Like, that's one of the things in my criteria for dating, that you need to be loyal. You need to not be a thief. You need to not be treacherous. I need to be able to know for certain that if I leave something down, you're not going to take it and pawn it. I would never allow a person like that into my home, and I wouldn't allow them into my heart either. So if any of you are having that situation, you need to really reconsider that relationship. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care. Like, when I was a young girl, a friend of mine was telling me that her boyfriend had stole his baby mom's ring. He was at the baby mom's house. He stole the baby mom's ring and gave it to my friend as a present. And we were young girls back then. We didn't know. But in this time period, well, I knew. I knew then, because I told her, yo, what is the deal with that? But in this time period, being 41 years old, if somebody told me that story, it's no way in God's green earth. Once I found out he stole that ring, me and him would have been over. That's it. You a thief? That's a big thing. And that's not a little thing. Like some people say Aquarius dip on you for little things, and we do, but that's not a little thing. You're a thief? That's a huge thing. So if I found out my lover's a thief, or I think my lover's a thief, or if my bank account look a little light, one woman I was talking to, she's a lesbian, and her lesbian lover had been dipping into her account and like taking $20 here, $40 there. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was little pinches here and there. And I was like, so what happened? And she was like, well, I cussed her out. You cussed her out? And they're not together now, but they were together after that. I was like, you stayed with somebody who was digging in your bank account? What? Like, no. Right then and there, that tells you that person has no respect for you, and they will do anything to you. A person who will steal from you will have you robbed. A person who will steal from you will basically do anything to you. They don't care about you. They're using you probably for sex and whatever else they can get from you. And they may come off like they care about you. They may act like you they boo. But truth is, they don't care nothing about you. That's why I'm very leery about people I have around me, period. So remember that, people. If you have anybody around you that is not trustworthy, and I'm talking about a lover, definitely, but let's talk about your friends. Let's say your friend Susie goes to the Forever 21 every once in a while and boosts shoes. Susie wouldn't be in my house. If Susie's comfortable stealing, she'll steal from anywhere. Like some people tell me, oh, I only steal from stores. Yeah, okay. If you're comfortable stealing, you're comfortable stealing. So under the right circumstances, Susie will steal from your crib. So that's not somebody you should be leaving alone with your stuff. And if Susie's your cousin or somebody that is in your life and you can't really be away from them, you need to keep your belongings on you while you around Susie. My mother is so famous for this. My mother will go everywhere and keep her pocketbook with her on her arm like this. My family members get so mad at her, but my mother has had people steal things from her. So she always keeps her stuff with her. Even if you come to her house for a celebration or a ceremony, Christmas time, my mother has her pocketbook with her with everything in it. Her gun. I guess she's an ex-cop and she carries a gun. So she got her gun. She has her money, her checkbook. Everything of value is in that bag, and that bag is on her arm, or she has on her fanny pack, which I have one of those now too, and everything is in her fanny pack except for the gun. Okay, so if you are around people who you think that they're thieves and you can't keep them away from you, like let's say your brother lives with you and you live at your mom's house and there's nothing you can do about it, it would behoove you to keep your stuff locked up. People tease my mom about that, but she never had nothing stolen. They tease her about that pocketbook. Keep your pocketbook. She always tells me that. Hold on to your pocketbook. She always tells me that. If we're at a family event and I give my pocketbook to my daughter, she's like, you better hold on to your pocketbook. Somebody might take it from her. My mom is always the one to tell you that. So I take a hint from my mom. And if, like I said, if somebody is untrustworthy and they're in your space, hold on to your stuff. And if you have the option, get them out of your space. If it's a friend or a lover, that shouldn't be your friend or your lover no more. Start to back yourself out of that relationship. Because like I said before, they will do anything to you. It's not just about material things or them taking money or, things you've earned and worked for, which is important in itself. It's not just about that. It's about the fact they'll do other things to you. They'll harm you. They'll have you harmed. They'll rob you when you're not home. Those kinds of people, I'm telling you, don't have them around you. If you think somebody's capable or somebody's done it already, it's time for you to cut them loose. Okay? So really think about that, guys, because the criteria in which you follow, like when you decide what kind of person you want to be with, you have to look at things like that. You don't want somebody who's a thief. You don't want somebody who's a liar. You don't want somebody who you can't trust. That's all in the trust area. Okay, so if you can't trust somebody, you can't trust somebody. It's not like, okay, well, I can trust them in one way, but I can't trust them in other ways. That's not trust. If you can't trust them completely, then you don't trust them. You can't trust them, and they gotta go. Like somebody will say to me, well, this person, they lie a little bit, but they don't steal. If they're comfortable doing one, under the right circumstances, they'll do the other, So it's not somebody that you want in your belongings. So think about that, guys. Think about the people that you allow around you. Think about the company that you're keeping. I always tell people, I'm Aquarius, so I can self-soothe, I can entertain myself. And I always tell people, you're better off by yourself than in bad company. You better off with a good book, a video on YouTube, a nice song, maybe get a cat. You're better off by yourself than you are with bad company. So if you find yourself surrounded by bad company, I would detach myself. You're better off by yourself. You can do bad by yourself. You don't need nobody helping you mess up, and you also can do great by yourself. You can do great by yourself. You can entertain yourself, and you'll probably get a lot more done anyway. So if you find out, you look around like, dang, my whole circle treacherous, dump your circle and make a new support system of people that are the exact opposite. And that might take a while. So you may find yourself by yourself for a while, but that's okay. Because you need to be by yourself to figure out why you was allowing all of that to go on. Okay? See you later. Deuces.